Welcome to week 28, day number 1. We're talking about achieving financial freedom and revealing a lot of the retirement income secrets that I have found over the years that work really, really good in any economy, whether the market is going up or down or sideways. This works, and it works for real estate and private equity. So we are going to be talking about that today. Before we dive into it, let's give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. This channel is dedicated to my chronicling of my journey of retirement income. So building retirement income, getting ideas and sharing those with you, passive income, rental income, real estate income, like hotel income and storage facility income, and just creating different income streams for our retirement, and how we can use our savings, retirement accounts, and all these different accounts, savings accounts that we typically use for retirement, and how we can explode those and make them grow exponentially by using the power of real estate, so your IRA can really explode in growth as compared to the traditional ways. And the way we do that is by pretty much buying assets that put money in our pockets. I really learned that lesson, and I've been studying Robert Kiyosaki since the year 2000. And since then, I've really learned the secret of buying assets and not liabilities, and making sure that those assets are defined as anything that puts money in your pocket, whether you work or not. So that being said, today and for the last year, so this is 6 months into it, so this is 28 weeks later, I started chronicling everything that I do to find these assets that put money in my pocket. The easiest way to buy an asset is to have somebody to fund it for you. So somebody gives you the money to buy the asset, and then you go and you just cash flow it. And then the person that gave you that money can also benefit by them having a passive income investment property, right? Or asset. The way we do that easier, I found, is through real estate. So what I do is I just primarily find these assets that will cash flow, put money in my pocket every month, whether I work or not. And then what I do is I ask the seller or the owner if they would finance it for me. So in essence, I am applying for a mortgage. So how would you like to buy as many properties as possible, and you don't have to qualify for the mortgage? And if you don't have to qualify, if you can just get approved, there's people that get pre-approved and all this kind of stuff, or to buy a house or something. Well, you are pre-approved if you kind of work it the way that I am about to show you. And if you would like to learn how to do that, then give me a like and a subscribe. I would truly appreciate that. I'm going to show you regardless if you do that, but I would truly appreciate it. So that is how it is in the world of real estate. If you're going to buy a stock, typically your IRA only can invest in things at 100% their value, right? So if you buy a stock, you pay today's 100% value of that stock. So if you're going to go buy an Apple stock or something, I think they might be like over $1,000. Let's say they're $1,500. The value of the stock today. Then to buy a stock, you need to come up with $1,500 to buy that stock. But you don't just want to buy one, you might want to buy 10. So you have to pay $15,000 to buy 10 stocks from Apple that you're hoping that over time, they're going to increase in value, right? And might pay you dividends and all this stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I am just saying that if you take, let's say, the same $15,000, if you just simply can get out there and make a call and speak to a seller and say, hey, I have 15 grand, right? Will you sell me this house and give me the financing? Will you allow me to make payments over time? Then that same $15,000 can allow you to buy a property that is 10 times the value. So you might buy a property that is worth $150,000 in the open market, right? And you can buy it for $150,000, but you only paid $15,000, the same $15,000 that you would use to buy, in our hypothetical example, 10 stocks from Apple at $1,500. Same stuff. But now you own an asset that is worth $150,000, and all that's standing before, in front of that, or between that opportunity and us, is making that phone call. So I like to say we're cold calling every single day to find retirement income, to find passive income, to find rental income and real estate income. We cold call every single day to do that. That's the channel that I started to kind of show you how I do that. And so now that maybe you have some ideas of your own, you can do the same thing with businesses. So let's say, as an example, I have a hotel right now I've been talking about that I'm negotiating with the seller for the last few videos. That's a business. So a hotel is a business. The real estate is just comes with the business, right? But the strategy here is not real estate investing, is hotel ownership and management and so forth, right? That is your investment. So if you want to buy hotels, use your retirement account to do that. You can buy it yourself, or you can partner with people like me. In all of this, you participate in those hotels. We get them at a discount. So my $150,000 property example, well, we may find even sellers that will discount the $150,000, right, and sell it to us with a 20% discount. So instead of paying $150,000, we're paying $135,000, right? Because they discounted that property by 10%, right? So we deducted the 15 grand and we end up with 135,000. This hotel, for example, in the open market, it might sell for $1.5 million. And guess how much I'm giving the seller to start to become the owner, to own it? Zero. We're buying this hotel with zero down, okay, zero down. And we only take over the mortgage payments. It's got an existing mortgage. So we are assuming that mortgage because the mortgage is a seller carryback, okay? So there's so many wonderful things you can do in the world of buying businesses and buying real estate. And I like to buy them together, right? So that's the conversations that we have. And these calls are just to kind of train you to see how they work so that you can do it yourself and you can add assets into your retirement account, right? So that's what we're doing. And now we are going to begin, show you. So I'm telling you what I'm doing. tell you what you can do. And I'm going to show you how it's done. And it's very simple. Just go to the county or you go to a list broker and you just get a list of potential people that may have a reason to sell because they're in a bad financial situation, like bankruptcy and so forth, right? You just go ahead and call them. I personally have people that help us, me and my team, do that. Then once somebody says, yes, I'm interested in selling, then they're getting added into a customer relationship management software, a CRM. And then that's when I step in and I call them and I see what the situation is and see if we can negotiate a deal and see if they'll give me a mortgage. So how would you like that? Getting a seller who actually will sell you the property, but in addition to that, they will give you the financing to buy it. You can't really do that with a whole lot of things, especially like I was saying, stocks. How would you like to go to Apple and say, hey, Apple, give me 10 stocks, at $1,500 each. And how about you finance them for me as well? Not going to happen. But with real estate, that is not only possible, it is common. It happens commonly. So I am going to now go into my CRM, access those properties and begin making phone calls. Now, if you would like to stay and watch that, this is where the rubber meets the road. You will learn a lot of things. You will see how the sellers react to what I'm offering and all of that stuff. So I would highly recommend and advise you that this is the best portion of this video. But if this is as far as you're going to go, because it does get a little boring, it does get a little tedious and things like that. But I want you to see the struggles, how we go through these phone calls and we hit wall after wall after wall after wall, and boom, we get a really fantastic opportunity. So I encourage you to continue to watch until the end of the video, even though from here on out it's going to get a little bit hard to actually do. So I'm going to go into my system now, and I am going to pull up my my prospects, and I am about to call them. Okay. Arkansas. Okay. So this property, I believe it's sold, and you hit a lot of things like that, properties that sell, and so you don't do anything. You just kind of say sold and move on to the next property so that you're not wasting your time. It feels a lot of times, I'll be honest, it feels like you are wasting time. So that's why I'm advising you even from now that this is the best portion, but you will see how it gets a little boring and things like that. And unfortunately, I cannot show you my screen because I have a lot of private information here for all of our company systems and stuff. And since I am doing this live, I don't want to put everything out on the internet. I will put the phone calls and so forth. But not the private information. So hopefully you can hear.
Hello.
Hello, Janet. How are you? This is Ben.
Who?
Ben, you had spoken to my assistant about your property there in Liddesdale, and wanted to see if you still if we can still move forward, and if you still wanted to sell it.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Haven't made up your mind. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Let me ask you this. What was the initial reason for you wanting to sell it? Maybe I can help in that regard.
I wanted to get, I still want to get rid of it, but I'm just holding on just a bit. It's not just me I have to consider. So,
gotcha.
But anyway,
you're holding on because you wanted to get a different price or something?
No, I was not. No, no. I was holding on because I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, that is no problem. That is no problem at all. And that often happens. Okay, people just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what you're trying to do. So, is it an inherited property? And you have to consult
Yeah.
with other family members?
It's an inherited problem as property. So right now, and I'm trying, and I am trying to get a fair price for it, but I don't remember what your offer was. I really don't. I've talked to so many people.
No, I understand that. And I don't remember either. I don't think we even got too far into it. I think that when you spoke to my assistant had told you somewhere around between 10 and 15, something like that, if I remember
Oh
right.
yeah, no, yeah, no, because I've gotten much more for it. A big, several different offers for it. So at
Oh,
this point,
gotcha,
I'm not,
gotcha.
yeah. So anyway, but I've got to go, Ben.
No
I
problem.
have
Let
to
me just
leave.
ask you one last question, because I don't want you to think that I was trying to lowball you. Okay. uh, what we do most of the time is we work with people that want to get a more than fair offer. Okay. So that you're not taking just pennies on the dollar, because that's probably what had deterred you in the past. So when you are ready, we are willing to work for a little bit more of a fair offer for you. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It would have to be because I've had several real estate people that have already offered me not a significant amount of money, but quite a bit more than that. So that's
mm-hmm,
that's the route I would go.
mm-hmm,
But
totally
anyway, that's
understandable.
where we are.
Totally
I'm
understand.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do this. Let's do this. Why don't I give you a call back when you have a little more time to talk, and you've aligned people, because I am more than willing to work with you as far as like a fair offer.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Call me back.
Okay, you got it, Janet. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. So what is happening here is that there's a lot of people that do kind of like what I do, but what they do is they resell the property, they flip it, and resell it. We're not looking to do that. We're looking to do is hold it, right, and cash flow it to turn it into a rental. So we're trying to get rental income, right? So just so we're on the same page. Um, So the way I take my notes, so I'm gonna make my notes here, is I talk to the computer so it can type them for me. So the computer will go ahead and type it, so I will do that now. I spoke with her, and she was very nice, but she was in a hurry to get off the phone, couldn't tell if it was for real, period. But I did speak to her and get the story straight, which is this is an inherited property and needs to be sold, but she is looking at getting a little bit more. So I told her I might be able to do that, so I will reach back out to her. Okay, so um, I will set it now as my CRM. So you heard a conversation there. So that's kind of like how it goes. Then once she tells us, okay, what does that look like? Then I start negotiating with her as to like a seller finance, and it doesn't look like she lives in it. So those are really, really nice. So let's go on to the next call here. And she came in from a Google ad that we ran here. So Terhaven. Oh, this property sold. Okay. So we see, so that is a one good potential one today so far. We know she needs to sell, so we are going to follow up with her. It's on the market for 35K. On the market. Okay. Let's go on to this one. Okay, so I don't see it being sold recently. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Joseph, how are you? This is Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was calling you back about your property there on Thornhill. See if you still wanted to move forward in selling it.
I've had nobody come over and check it out. Don't you think you should check it out first?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm down here right now in West Palm area, so I wanted to set some things up. Maybe we can take a look at it. What?
Let me know let me know when you can look at it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Can I ask you a couple questions first?
Knock yourself out. Go ahead.
Okay, just wanted to see what kind of time frame we are talking about when you'd like to sell it.
That's if you make me a good offer, you take the house as soon as you can.
Oh, gotcha. Do you live in it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, to kind of just cut to the chase here, what is your intention in selling it? Are you just trying to get a good offer on it?
I have 3 properties on the block.
Oh, 3 properties on the block. Gotcha.
Right. So I have the house, the lot next to it, 2 lots actually next to it, and another house next to that.
Oh, wow. So you invest in real estate then?
No, I just at the time I said, you know what, let me just buy up what I can since I'm moving here anyway.
Yeah. Where did you move from, if you don't mind me asking?
New York.
New York. Whoa, okay.
Yep.
And so you're currently right now, you are in Florida, or are you in New York now?
No, in Florida. I've been living there for over 20 years now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, because I talked to some people that they go back and forth. You know, they have a house here and then they go back to New York. You know, that sort of stuff.
No, I actually own a roofing business in Florida and a metal shop in Florida.
Roofing business in Florida. Wow. How is the that business nowadays?
That business is booming. Okay.
Yeah.
Every time there's a storm. Yeah, we do metal roofs.
So a lot of people are converting to metal, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I hear. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to meet you, see the house and that type of stuff. Because you know, I was in the military for a long time, but I was doing, you know, buying properties here and there, and you know, my goal is just to make it into a rental. That's my goal.
Right.
So what do you think about that? Do you think the area would be good for a rental, to make it into a rental?
Yeah, actually, one of the houses I have Airbnb.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
What is it making per month on Airbnb?
This month I made 7,000. Last month I made approximately 10.
10.
So,
okay.
Yeah, because I'm close to the water. You're not far from the water. You know, the area is nice. You have
Mm-hmm.
restaurants not too far away.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I got guys coming from other states that want to do fishing, and they come down and they bring their boats, put them in the driveway, and then go fishing.
Oh, that is fantastic. That's awesome. And it's all booked through Airbnb, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Do they take a big cut? Because I don't have anything on Airbnb. I've always wondered if they take a big cut.
You can do it yourself. I tried it with Airbnb, but then I tried doing it myself. It's better if you do it yourself. Put an ad in or something.
Oh, no
You
kidding.
save a lot.
So that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, just post something online.
Gotcha.
Social media is a beautiful thing now.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Yeah. Okay.
So I was going to do it with this house that I'm living in now, and try to find something else over in Cocoa or Grant over there. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me see what I can find. You know,
Mm-hmm.
see what happens.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that
But
is.
if you want to come and look at it, you know, just give me a heads up, you know, a day before,
Okay.
and I'll make sure I'm there.
You got
All right.
it. That sounds good,
All
Joe.
right, thanks a lot.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. He understands. He is a roofer. He's a roofer. This business is all about networking. That's for sure. He has 3 properties in the same block, comma, 2 vacant lots and 2 houses, period. He lives in one of the houses, and the other one, he has it as a short-term rental that he advertises by himself on social media. So he was wanting to do the same thing with the house I called on, but if we come in and buy it, he would be interested in selling it, period. I don't see a whole lot of motivation here in terms of like, that's why I asked him those questions to see if he is a good prospect for what we have to do. He said to come in and see the property if we are really interested. That was his big thing, comma, I guess most people call and they don't even come and see the house, but we should go and see the house, period. Comma, and so he's not too far from me, so I might just go and see it. Okay. Let me go and make myself an ad here. I mean, a reminder here. He's interested in selling but wants us to see the house first. Okay. Most people will not do that, so let's see if we can do that, like go out with my family or something, come see it. He is a roofer. He is a roofer that moved here over 20 years ago from New York and bought these 4 properties. So he's looking at selling them. Okay. Okay. So let's go on to the next one here. And that's all we do. So I haven't asked anyone yet because the situation has not been right, but I will ask. Yep, sold. Move to dead. Sold. Okay, sold as well.
Hello,
Hey, Robert, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben. Ben with who?
Ben, you had spoken to my assistant about your property there on Whisper Real Lane.
Oh, I sold that in July.
Ah, you sold it. My goodness, I took too long, didn't I?
Yeah, well, because it's on a rented lot, I couldn't get a realtor to handle it. I ended up going on Facebook and selling it for 20 grand less than I wanted.
Oh my
But,
goodness.
Yeah, I ended up selling it in July. I moved into my RV.
So you're in your RV now. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's.
I'm hoping in the next few months I can get some bills paid, and that way I can retire.
Oh man, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well.
But yeah, over there in Boulder Ridge, they were all rented lots, so I didn't know that it was going to be that difficult to sell it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It was appraised at 120 one time and appraised at 130 another time. And then when I couldn't get any realtors to handle it, I ended up going on Facebook and taking a lot less than I wanted.
What did you take for it?
Ended up selling it for 80.
80. Well, that's still not too shabby, but yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was only 2 years old in great shape. I sold it with an upright freezer, a couple of TVs, and a washer and dryer.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. So in July, huh? What have you invested that money somewhere? The 80,000?
It's in a money market account.
Money market. What's it paying you? What are they paying nowadays?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. Not a lot. You know, it's in a secure account that way. You know.
Yeah. Well, if we buy properties all the time. If you wanted to make some money with real estate, maybe we can do something.
Well, I'm not going to be ready to do anything for a couple of months. Like I said, I want to get some bills paid off.
Yeah.
Get my truck paid off, and got some hospital bills to pay off, and
Wow.
a couple of personal loans and stuff like that.
Is it just you? Is it just you, or do you have family?
Me and my wife.
You and your wife? Okay.
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 70 years old, so.
Oh yeah.
We're ready to retire.
Oh man, I bet you are. I bet you are. Yeah.
We raised kids and grandkids up until last summer.
Oh man, how many grandkids do you have?
3, 6, 9, 13.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're a rich man. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. And how come I'm rich? They call me all the time asking for money.
That's right. That's that's the thing. Yeah, I know it. I know.
They discovered that Cash app, and that sucker rings off my phone all the time.
They're always sending you requests, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, they gotta help you out, man.
On Friday and
Saturday. Yeah. They're looking. Yeah, they're looking to do something fun. That's for sure. Well, you know, if you're open to the conversation, I'll give you a call back in a couple months. That's our business. That's our business. Our business is to to help out people and make, grow their retirement accounts, so you can just retire and generate some automatic money on, every month. Because if you got 80 grand, then it should be paying you every month. You should be making money on that 80 grand every single month.
I don't have 80 grand. I had to pay taxes on that house.
Oh man, that's terrible. Yeah, I wish we had done a deal.
Okay, on a mobile home in Texas, they make you pay this year's taxes and next year's taxes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They do that.
And then after it's sold and the new owners pay their taxes, I get a refund if there is any.
If there's any, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Must be some ex-IRS people running that show.
I know they get really nice passive income, don't they?
Oh yeah, IRS gets you coming and going.
That's right. That's right. You got to pay it up, no matter where you go in the world. They want their money. They have a really nice business going. But yeah, I'll give you a call in a couple months. See if
they tax you on your taxes.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah. That's why I love real estate, because with real estate, we don't have a lot of those issues, because there's a lot of ways that we can minimize the tax liability. But like I said, I'll give you a call in a couple months and we can have that chat.
Okay. Thanks.
You got it, Robert. Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's how we do it. So he sold the property, has it in a money market account. I said, let's put it to work. Put it to work. So he didn't take that much. He didn't make 80 grand, but he probably maybe 70 something, maybe 60. You can put it to work in real estate, help him out a bit, and we get to expand more. That's how it is in this business. There's a lot of money going back and forth. So why not use it? Okay. Accidentally didn't notice that the property sold, but I got to talking to him, really nice guy. He would like to invest with us. So said to call him in a couple months. Okay. Let me go ahead and put him here. So I'm going to set him up right over here. He sold it. Let's see. Okay. Potential private money lender, 70 years old, wants to retire soon, living in RV. Okay. All right, so let's go on to the next here. Okay. Let me call. So yes, so this business is pretty much, we are always trying to find the financing for the properties, and then we have the financing, then we can buy more. So that's what the business, in my opinion, most effective way to do it is, you know, be looking for properties, get the financing, keep moving forward, you know. So let me call. Okay, I'm gonna go into a different list here for the CRM. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay, so I'm on the CRM here. Just kind of, I'm gonna make a follow-up call here. Let's see. His phone number is 321 21 53. Okay.
Please leave your message for 3, 2.
Okay, he didn't pick up. So, okay, let's go into the next phone call here. Lakeland, Florida. Okay, let's see here. Sold it. Sold. Okay, let's go on to the next.
Please leave your message for 7724755.
Okay, voicemail. Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Oh, so it's very dilapidated. Michael Flynn.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
No answer. Okay. Sold just a couple of weeks ago. Sold. Okay. Move on to the next.
Hello.
Hey, Scott, how are you? This is Ben.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic. Doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I was just very quickly calling you back about your property there on 52 Court in Sebastian, Florida. Wanted to see if you still wanted to move forward in selling it. You spoke to my assistant a while back.
Yeah, but there's no way you're going to pay me what I want for it.
What were you looking for?
About 1.8 million.
1.8? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that fair market value, or is that what you would want?
No, that's what the market value. I mean, it's right on the water.
It's around the water. Yeah, I was looking at the Zillow here listing.
Brand new house, never been lived in.
Really? So it's empty right now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good. Is 1.8 the best you can do?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The house is all high-end stuff. I mean, if there's nothing's been spared on this house.
So did you build it just to as an investment?
To live in it. No, to live in it.
To live in it, but you haven't lived in it then.
Not yet. I haven't retired yet.
Oh, so you built it to retire.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. And so are you selling it just because you're not going to retire when you thought, or what's the story there?
I'm just selling it because somebody's offering me money for it. I mean, if you want to offer me money for it, I'll sell it and I'll build another one.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Understand. Well,
The last right next door to it are going for, I think, 450,000 vacant lot.
450 for,
same exact property.
wow, that's high.
Well, that's on the ocean. You know, you got the ocean and the intercoastal.
Mhm.
Intercoastal, there's only so many lots left on the whole county, or really in Florida itself. But
Yeah,
on the
that's right.
On the intercoastal, it's like being on the ocean.
That's right. Yeah, I'm down here close to West Palm, so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you go in West Palm and look for anything on the intercoastal, you're probably talking 600,000 and up.
Mm-hmm. And you got water on both sides, right? So you got water in front of you and then behind the house. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me do one thing. Let me look at the area. Where are you now? Where are you located?
I'm in West Palm, or I'm in Clearwater, or I'm at that house there. I bounce all over all the time.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, let me do a little bit of digging here, and then let me see what I can do. Like you said, 1.8 is the least you can take. Let me see what I can do, and call you back if I can do it.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Scott. Thank you so much.
Sure. Anytime. Have a good day.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's a little bit, it's a beautiful house, 1.8 million. He won't take anything less for it, comma, He built it himself. Everything is high end, and he's only selling because if somebody will buy it, he will just build a new one. Period. It's his retirement home. Can refer to a real estate agent, I think. Yeah, let's do that. It's up to, okay.
Hi, Mary Well.
Yes, Marianne.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Ben. You had spoken to my assistant about your property there in Wyndham Avenue. Wanted to
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to see if what the story was, why we couldn't purchase it from you.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from you guys in a while.
Yeah, I apologize. We got I guess backed up a little bit, but wanted to see if you still wanted to sell it and what we could do.
Yeah. I'm trying to, less is better, I think, for me right now.
Mhm.
So I don't know, I don't remember what your all's deal is.
Yeah, it's pretty much we will want to buy it and see if we can fix it and maybe rent it out, that type of stuff. But not sure how much you want it for the house.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I had to check with my husband, and
Mhm.
I'm not really sure how much you all want to buy it for.
We can work on that. Okay. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to get like a spectacular deal and stuff. And we don't kind of work that way. What we do is we pretty much make sure that it's a win-win situation for everybody. That's that you're happy, we're happy, and we can just make the deal work. So I know that I found it on Zillow. On Zillow, it doesn't give me a number of bedrooms. It just gives me a 1.5, so 1.5 bathroom, 2,200 square feet. Do I have all of that correctly?
One time ago, it's 2,200. It has upstairs. It has 4 bedrooms.
Oh, 4 bedrooms.
And then it has in the attic. It has a couple that can be used.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then it has a little room off of. So the house needs some cosmetic stuff to it. I've had some renters in there that have not been the best, but
Gotcha.
they're current right now. It was actually the prior renters who were the kids. But anyways, that's once you get them out, once they're out, and then some cosmetic stuff can be done, and So anyways, I've had it for a while. It's a nice white Victorian. It actually would be nice for. I originally was planning on renovating it and then doing it as an Airbnb because I have another Airbnb that does quite well.
Oh, okay.
So instead of it's near Ski Liberty, instead of, and I have one pretty nearby and it's rented almost every weekend. So instead of dealing with these short-term renters, these long-term renters who put holes in the walls and don't always pay their rent, and I'm not going to upgrade it, and then to have people bust and wreck the floors again,
That's right. Yeah.
I was planning on, renovating it. I don't have the money or time to do it right now, but eventually that was my goal. In the meantime, I've had these long-term renters who have not always been the best. So it's 7 miles from Ski Liberty, and it's a white Victorian. So it really is. If it's fixed up and renovated, it actually would have some potential.
Gotcha. Yeah. How long have you owned it?
I've owned it for like 17 years.
Oh, wow. Did you ever live in it?
No, we originally bought the property and we were going to kind of use it as a weekend rental, a weekend house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had renters in it and I didn't want to kick them out. So we bought another property, which I renovated. I had the money at the time. I renovated it, put a, gorgeous kitchen in it. And then I Airbnb that one.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So are you looking for fixer-uppers or are you looking for renovated houses?
No, fixer-upper type stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is it has a 50s kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned, it has a lot of cosmetic stuff right now because of the renters that are currently in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's not a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's neat. Do you see a picture of it?
I cannot see a picture on Zillow.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
been for sale before, so I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was many years ago. I think I put it up for sale like 10 years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And back then, I think it was like in the 300s for sale. So I know it's it needs some cosmetic stuff, but anyways,
how much?
I have a loan on it, so
Oh, you got a loan. Okay.
I have to make sure I cover my costs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How much work do you think it needs in terms of dollar amount?
Well, it depends what you really want to do with it. If you wanted to keep it kind of at its current state, but just do some fix-ups. I mean, painting. There's a couple of holes in the walls, a couple cracked windows. Somebody who knows how to do that stuff could knock it out.
Yeah.
If you want to do significant renovations, like a granite counters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And cabinets, when you're talking about a fair amount.
Yeah.
I mean, depending upon what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It has a 1950s kitchen, which is actually kind of good for the area up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where do you live? Do you live close by?
I live in Bethesda, Maryland, which is about an hour away.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And I own a couple properties up there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I go up there almost every weekend.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the Airbnb idea is not bad. That is an idea. We'll probably just renovate it.
Ski Liberty is 7 miles away. Actually, it's really popular. I'm really surprised. Is my other house gets booked for the summer and the fall? Like they're already starting to book. Really? There are a lot of weddings up there.
Yeah. Wow.
There are a lot of weddings up there, and I actually got more rentals for the summer and the fall than I did for the winter.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, because I always thought, Ski Liberty, And yes, there are some people that go up there, and a fair amount. And that could be there's an Airbnb place right down the street that does quite well. They rent it like all the time down the street.
Yeah.
And my other house is at a high dollar rental, like it's a $400 a night.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can see. I'm seeing here on the map as you're telling me stuff. Okay. Well.
But there's a lot of potential for this. I just have never the timing of either having renters in there or just when I did have the money to fix it up, I wasn't available. So the timing of it. Also, Pennsylvania, we actually might keep it eventually because Pennsylvania is a non-tax retirement state.
Okay.
Where the state doesn't tax your retirement income.
Wow, that's nice.
So that property is in Pennsylvania. So that's another, that's one of the reasons why I kept it, because I just thought, well, eventually I could fix it up.
Yeah, that's right. And the renters you have in there now, I assume they're current on their payments and so forth?
Well, they've been getting payment assistance from a Pennsylvania, so they'll be current. They'll likely have to move out like March or April because the funds may run out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So it may
They've
be
been getting assistance.
yeah, maybe good timing to purchase it from you.
Actually, it might be good timing because I'm about to try to get 3 or 4 months for them, so that probably through April rent. Is my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd be interested. Just at first blush, what were you thinking as far as like a sales price? Like, and it doesn't have to be, of course, a final number. Just a range. I'm just kind of looking at a range to see if we can kind of work on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know it needs, it needs some work, obviously, with the renters in there and stuff. And I know that, so I'm not. But at the same time, I've had it for a long time, and I don't. I'm not just going to give it away. And I have a mortgage on it. So, back in the day, I was going to sell that thing for $400. But I know that's not where it is now. It was, so I'll be realistic. If I could get in the high 200s, would be probably sufficient.
Okay, high 200s. Okay.
Recognizing it needs, but I think at one point have it for sale for almost 400,000 years ago.
Gotcha.
I was in a little bit better shape. It was in better shape than it is right now.
And
it needs some work.
And you say you have a mortgage. So how much do you think you owe the mortgage company?
I think it's about 185.
185. So if 200, so you're probably looking at clearing about 100,000 if I can put that together quickly.
Something like that.
Okay. If we can give you the 100,000 just in your pocket out the door, we take care of all the costs, closing costs and so forth. Would you consider allowing us to take over your mortgage payments?
Oh, so it would be like a blanket thing.
Right.
I just don't know how I can protect myself on that. I'm familiar with it because I know I've done real estate myself for a long time. I know that's one of the strategies people do to try to, so they can keep a lower interest on the interest rates since they're going up right now.
Yeah, that's
Is
right.
that what you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
But I would still need to own the property then.
Well, we can do it. We can do it either way. We can wrap it so that everybody's protected, or we can have the paperwork in escrow so that, like, one thing that when people are very apprehensive that we've done is we just sign a deed that is kept in escrow. If we default, it just gets automatically deeded back to you. We can do that. I mean, there's different things to make sure that we perform and you are protected so that there's no issues between you and the lender, and that we never get behind on payments, that type of thing. So
do lenders even permit that? Because
lenders, sometimes they don't, but most of the time they don't care. So as long as
then what if it would affect my credit if you guys didn't pay for some reason? Then how long would this last for?
It would last for the lifetime of the loan. But if you're not comfortable with that, we can also talk about that. So there's many different ways. We just kind of have to figure out what works for you. Would it affect your credit if we didn't pay? It wouldn't, because we would do the paperwork in a way that it won't do that. It won't do that. Okay. Again, if we miss even one payment, we can have clauses in there to where you would be protected. But think about it from this perspective. Let's just say we come in, you allow us to do that, we would of course have to fix up the house. And we'd have to put money into the house, right? So we spend to renovate it and so forth. We miss one payment, you get the house back. You know what just happened is you got a free renovation for that house.
Right. So basically, I would just get the equity out
That's correct.
initially.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which just avoids you having to, do all the work of, selling it just to get to walk away with the 100,000. Same result. Minus, you have to pay taxes and, the closing costs and all that kind of stuff. We're talking, hard numbers, 100,000 in your pocket at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, you guys are paying the taxes every year.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Right. And how many of these have you done?
Oh, I've done a lot of these. I don't know. Let's see. About 30, 35, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Now, for me, I went I just refinanced recently.
Okay.
So, like last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a pretty long. I wouldn't want to obviously go that long.
Oh, okay. So how long would you think?
Because I don't want to be bothered with it really. It's too long. Because I'm imagining I'm going to somehow get statements and stuff for forever, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't know what I would still be getting. Are they still going to be sending me mortgage?
No, because we arrange it through the escrow company. So the escrow company, the escrow company just handles it because we don't want to see that either. You know what I mean? Because it's just a headache for everybody, just paperwork and stuff. So the way we do it to make sure that everybody is protected, the escrow company will go ahead and make the payments and receive the statements and that type of stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised that this house didn't come up on because it's been previously for sale before.
Yeah. It didn't. The pictures.
I think Long and Foster.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had some pictures.
Well, you could always.
But I'm actually kind of was looking forward to these renters leaving because although I like that they're hopefully I'm getting rent through April. I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been looking forward to them leaving so I could do some stuff to the house, because it was their kids. They had their kids in there,
mm-hmm.
and one of them was like just he had a temper, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I had a brand new door and it had a little mark in it because he probably kicked it.
Wow, a kid with that kind of a temper. Wow. I can only imagine. I have young kids, and like if they ever did that, I'd be like, you're not gonna be able to sit down for the next couple.
So where are you calling from?
Right now, I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida right now.
3167. I actually used to have. I actually had a lot there years ago.
In Florida?
But then that was when
okay.
I did in Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, yeah, nice area. What did you do with it?
Yeah, I sold it.
Oh, you sold it?
I bought it sort of at the peak in 2008. Luckily, I didn't build on it. Yeah,
and then the hurricane.
So I just held on to it, thinking, it'll go back up, but it never really did.
And those lots are still the same thing because I do interact with some people in that area. And they just never those prices never really increased.
No, I was worried that I having to pay that water fee. They were for the eventually they were going to get to that area. Yeah,
that's right.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. To start developing that area. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you got the hurricane also that came through, so that's made a little bit of a mess for people in that side of the state.
Yeah, better reason not to have a house there. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And what's your name and company name?
My name is Ben. My company's name is Clark Investments.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then who would you, like, if you're not from this area, then who would you have work on that?
Well, that we've done this, to be honest with you, nationwide. So a lot of times there was even one time that that I actually moved there for a little while and fixed it up and did that. So we kind of, you know how like roofers also move around, like if there's like a hurricane or whatever, all the roofers kind of come to Florida at one time. So we kind of have a similar thing going on with our strategies. Yeah. So
Oh, okay. So are you buying other stuff in this area, in that area?
that's right. That's right. So we are looking for.
So that house is about an hour from DC.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really near. Let's see, the President's Weekend, Camp David, near there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ski Liberty. It's 7 miles from. It's near a lot of. This is why I think the Airbnb and Verbo are better, because the renters up there, the long-term renters, it's hard to find good renters up there. I'd say good renters. Maybe I just have been too quick to let people stay there, but the Airbnb and the Verbo are just so nice. But you would have to do more fix-up for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
You're going to need to do more fix-up, and if you do, otherwise, you can. I've always gotten renters. I've never had any problems getting renters.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're interested.
It's just
we're interested.
You're not.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and then for you all, the fix-ups are easy, because you have probably a band of people who can quickly do the types of work that's needed on that house. That's
right. That's right. We do. Yeah, we've done it. We've done it so many times, and like, so here in this company that we got going on, we, like everybody combined has, we've done several deals, and so we're not really pretty much afraid of getting our hands dirty and picking up a paintbrush and making sure that the project is done correctly.
Okay. Well, again, I think the location's good.
Let me ask you a question.
But anyways, and that would have to be like an as-is, obviously, because it's, as I mentioned.
Yes, ma'am. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. So I think that originally you contacted us through our ad on Facebook or something. So back then we were able to, I think you sent us your email address and stuff. So I have it. And so maybe I'll send you a initial proposal with what we talked about. And then you can just kind of look at it, let me know, and then see if we can move forward. No rush, of course, because the renters and so forth, we can have to work through that. And we have to work through the initial thing about, taking over the payments and then the escrow company. So I just want to be able to send you an email so that we can kind of lay down something on paper so we can get the process going.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay, Marianne. Well, it was great talking to you. I will send you that email here before the end of the day, okay?
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye now. So I used to be in sales. I used to sell long distance, long distance services, through MCI. And so I did some of that here in terms of like salesmanship to make sure that I get her to where I want her to be, which is just let us take over your payment. So we're buying this as a subject to. And she was like, no, maybe, how does that work? I've heard of it and that kind of stuff. And finally, she's like, okay. So she never actually said yes, but her yes was when I started just now telling her, hey, look, I'm going to send you some emails to kind of just start the process of taking over the mortgage. She said, okay, go ahead and do it. So, so that's how we do. We just applied for a loan. Applying for financing through the banks or whatnot, you literally do a lot more work than just asking the sellers to finance you something. So just food for thought. And that this is how we can create. This one here would be perfect to sell to a tenant buyer who can fix it up, come in and do it. And so, yes, I'm organizing everything, but there's going to be an end buyer that will buy it. We stay in between and we make passive income that way. But the tenant buyer is the one that is going to end up with the house long-term, 30 years from today, right? So that's how we do it. So let me make the notes here. Explained how the sub 2 deal works, and she wasn't satisfied at the beginning, but then once I told her how it typically has been done in the past, she was very comfortable, period. I told her I would send her an email with what needs to be done to get the paperwork started. Sub 2 deal email. Okay. Email. Then Tennessee. Okay. Her name is Marianne. Okay. 1, 5, 2. Okay. So now I'm making notes here, making sure that I do this, what I told her I would do. This property should be good for a tenant buyer, comma. She says that she's got renters and it's really hard to get really good renters here, but the area is really nice for Airbnb because there's really nice landmarks nearby like Camp David. So people come in the area all the time. Okay. So I'm going to put it on warm leads, and then I'm going to go ahead and assign this to myself, and then going to go and create a task, send her email with the sub 2 needs to. Okay. All right. Sign it. Done. Okay. And that is the end. So let's recap. We had 4 potential deals today. 4. We've been on the phone for maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. And we have 4 potential ones. This one is really nice because she will probably let us take over it. She doesn't do much as far as like investments, but she knows the mechanics of it. So she's comfortable enough to let us do it. So that is fantastic. We typically get about 2 a day, potential ones, which is about 10 to 12 a week. But so far this week, we started with 4 potential ones. If we keep this up, we may get, close to like 20 potential ones this week. We'll see. If you heard these deals, and you want to sort of participate in them, let me know. Let me know. Because this one, there's financing already in place. You know, most people, you know, don't do this, or people that do this have to come up with, like I said, 100% of the financing to buy this property. She wants, which is another point here. She wants 200, highs 200, high 200s. So I'll put it here. She wants high 200s. So I said she can walk away with 200K, I mean 100K. She owes around 180K to the bank. Okay. So, so wants 280 for it, something like that, 100,000. It's done, right? So that's how we do it. Then we come in, and the other thing is, once she sees the paperwork, she's in the process, then we come back in and we say, okay, the 100,000 you will have in your pocket, but let me give you, you know, what can you take as a down payment to start off the process, because we need some money to rehab it, that kind of stuff, right? So if you want to be a part of this deal, you let me know, you contact me, or if you're watching this like years into the future, contact me about other potential deals. You can be sure I'm going to be doing other things similar to this at the time. So I'll have some deals in the pipeline that you can come in if you want to be a part of the hotel. And this commercial real estate deal in Minnesota, strip mall, you let me know so that we can sort of work on deals together, and you can start earning retirement income on a consistent basis from your IRA, your self-directed IRA, potential 401k, that type of thing. See you next time. Thanks.